Hello dear students, welcome back again to Chinmoy's YouTube channel. So yesterday we have already completed the mechanism of photosynthesis, that is the phases of photosynthesis, light reaction and dark reaction. So today we are here with a new episode where we are going to discuss the factors which are affecting the photosynthesis, that is the internal factors as well as the external factors. So without any delay, let us start with today's episode of photosynthesis. Now, by the end of this lesson, what we are going to study? So, we will be knowing about the factors affecting the photosynthesis, both the internal and the external factors, right? So, these experiments on photosynthesis are also left in this chapter. So, what are the experiments? To test a leaf for the presence of starch, to show that chlorophyll is always necessary for photosynthesis, to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis, and oxygen, which is the byproduct, is given out during photosynthesis. So these are very important 5 experiments. So first we are going to discuss today about the factors of photosynthesis, and for these experiments on photosynthesis you need to subscribe to my channel, because this I am going to post in tomorrow's class. And for more updates on this lesson photosynthesis as well as on all the chapters of your curriculum in biology, you need to subscribe to my channel and you need to stay tuned to my channel to get the updates regularly. So please do write your queries in my comment box so that I can get back to you with the answers in the next episode. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. So let us start with today's episode. So what are the factors which are affecting photosynthesis? So we can divide these factors into 2 parts, that is the external factors and the internal factors. So what are the external factors? First we are discussing about the sunlight or the light, which is the first important external factor affecting photosynthesis. Next comes the carbon dioxide concentration. Third is the temperature. Fourth is water. And then comes the internal factors, that is chlorophyll, the leaf structure and the protoplasm. So these are the main factors which are affecting photosynthesis. Now we will deal with the details of these factors which are affecting photosynthesis with the graphical representation of how they are affecting the photosynthesis. Now first we are discussing about the light intensity. So how the light intensity is affecting the rate of photosynthesis. Now let us see. Now first let us see the graph here. Now here we have placed the increasing light intensity in the x-axis, whereas we have put the increasing intensity or evolution of carbon dioxide in the y-axis. So this rate of photosynthesis increases linearly with the increase in the rate of intensity of light. So it is increasing linearly. So what is happening here? Now however, in extreme high intensities of light, the rate of photosynthesis do not increase. So there is no increase in the rate of photosynthesis when there are extremely high intensity of light. Why? Because optimum light intensity varies with the specific plant species. So in some plant species the level of optimum light intensity is some, while in others it is different. It differs with the species of plant, because the different species of plants are having different leaf structure, different structure of chlorophyll. So everything varies there. So it is depending or varying with the species of plant. Now when very high light intensity is there, the chlorophyll is bleached. So bleaching of chlorophyll happens and it retards the rate of photosynthesis. Is it clear? Now let us see the graph here. Now first it is gradually increasing with the intensity of light photosynthesis, but at some point it comes which is called the compensation point, where the carbon dioxide, both the uptake and the evolution of carbon dioxide is saturated. So there neither the uptake neither the release of carbon dioxide is happening. So whatever carbon dioxide is used during respiration in plants is being utilized by the plant itself. So that is a point where compensation point, it is called compensation point. So from that point we can say it gradually increases to a certain point where it reaches the optimum light intensity level, and after that it becomes a plateau. Okay, it is little bit difficult, you just try to understand it. There comes a point where the carbon dioxide absorption and the release, it reaches a point where it is getting saturated. So no uptake or no evolution is happening. So it is the compensation point. At that point, the rate of intensity of light is affecting the rate of photosynthesis. and it is gradually increasing to a certain point where it becomes stagnant, or then after that if it is increasing, then it may bleach the chlorophyll present in the plant and it retards the photosynthesis. So this is how it is affecting the photosynthesis rate. Now here you see in this graph, this is how carbon dioxide concentration is relating photosynthesis. Now first let us recall one thing. We all know that in normal conditions, carbon dioxide is a major limiting factor of photosynthesis, right? So it is the major factor. So the rate of photosynthesis with an increase in carbon dioxide concentration, it's increasing. So how much it is increasing? Now we know that in atmosphere the amount of carbon dioxide is 0.03 to 0.04%. So this is the concentration of carbon dioxide in atmosphere. So a concentration of 0.02% of carbon dioxide for a short duration of time, like it is increasing the rate of photosynthesis. So 0.02 of carbon dioxide for a short duration is optimum, okay, for the increasing rate of photosynthesis. But after a period of time when it is constantly increasing and it reaches 0.05, so what is happening? Then the concentration in the atmosphere, it is increasing till now, the rate of photosynthesis, provided the light intensity is also increasing. So till the light intensity is increasing, this is also increasing. But as soon as that light saturation range comes for plants, so light saturation range is coming for plants where the light intensity will not affect the photosynthesis, rather it is bleaching the chlorophyll. So at that point of time where the light saturation range is most for the plants, so till that range only carbon dioxide concentration increase will increase the rate of photosynthesis. So after that it will reach a plateau and the rate of photosynthesis will be stagnant. So it will not at all increase. Okay, so till then it will increase, and it will increase till the intensity provided, light intensity provided, is also increased to support the photosynthesis. So after that the rate of photosynthesis will become saturated, as the light saturation range for most of the plants is there. Okay, is it clear to everyone? So the first factor and the second factor are indirectly related to each other. Both the light and carbon dioxide, they are related to each other. Now next is temperature we will discuss. Now here comes the third factor, and it's a very important factor also. It's general, it is the temperature. So increase in temperature, what is it doing? It is increasing the rate of photosynthesis. Okay, it is increasing the rate of photosynthesis, and when other factors are like limiting. So when carbon dioxide and we can say that light intensity are limited, there is other factors are within a range, the increase in temperature will increase a photosynthesis rate. So photosynthesis is restricted to the temperature range of the till the enzymes are active, right? So what we are doing, if a rise in temperature of 10 degree to optimum temperature of 35 degree centigrade doubles the rate of photosynthesis. So till 45 degree centigrade, like a rise in 10 degree temperature to an optimum of 35 degree centigrade will double the photosynthesis. Okay. So the maximum suitable temperature when photosynthesis occurs best is about 35 degrees centigrade. So this is the optimum temperature for photosynthesis. Is it clear? So above which, why the rate falls above this when you are increasing the temperature more than 40 degrees centigrade, why the rate of photosynthesis falls? Because above this temperature the enzymes are denatured and the rate drops steeply. That is, the enzymes are destroyed. The enzymes are they are not working properly after 40 degrees centigrade. So the enzymes are breaking down, they are being destroyed, and it inhibits the enzymatic activity. So after this 40 degrees centigrade temperature, there is an inhibition of enzyme activity. So inhibition of enzyme activity is happening after this temperature, and the rate of photosynthesis is decreased. So after that temperature, the rate of photosynthesis is decreased. So the rate increases with the increase in temperature at a certain optimum temperature. That optimum temperature we are telling, that is 35 degrees centigrade. So if you follow the graph, after 35 degrees centigrade, if you try to increase this temperature to 40 degrees centigrade, what will happen? All the enzymes are denatured, and enzymes are they start getting destroyed, and inhibition of enzymatic activity is happening. So this is why the process of photosynthesis stops or it is reduced. Okay, so now let us move on to the fourth important factor, that is water. So water, actually we have already told in the previous episode where we have studied the factors. So there we have already told that water is mainly less than 1% of total water absorbed by the plants is utilized as a raw material in photosynthesis. Okay, so water rarely becomes a limiting factor in photosynthesis. So less than 1% of total water is absorbed. So if you restrict water also, there will be some water present in the leaves as well. So rarely water becomes a limiting factor, but carbon dioxide, light intensity as well as the temperature, these are the major limiting factors or affecting factors of photosynthesis. So water, rarely it is 1% of total water is absorbed. So it is very rarely it becomes the limiting factor for photosynthesis. Just remember this one as the fourth point. Now we will move on to the internal factors. Now in internal factors, what are the three main internal factors? First comes the chlorophyll, then comes the structure of the leaf, and then comes the protoplasm. So how the chlorophyll is affecting now, actually now this I have given the structure of a chloroplast here. So how the chlorophyll is affecting now, inadequate amount of nutrients like minerals, which causes the loss of chlorophyll in the leaf. They are actually reducing the trapping of solar energy. So we know that chloroplast only traps the solar energy or traps the photons of the sunlight to help in the process of photosynthesis. So if there is a reduction or there is a loss of chlorophyll in the leaves due to the nutrition deficiency in the leaves, the photosynthesis will be affected as the trapping of solar energy is affected. Okay, so solar energy is not trapped properly as the amount of chlorophyll is reduced. Now next comes the size of the leaf. So if the size of the leaf is broad or the base is thicker, we can say that size and the thickness of the leaf and the distribution of stomata, that is influencing the amount of carbon dioxide and light entering the leaf. So more the surface area, more the number of stomata, and more the absorption of light and carbon dioxide will happen. Okay, is it clear? Now comes the protoplasm. So how the protoplasm is affecting the photosynthesis? Now this is a quite a different part. So dehydration of protoplasm and accumulation of sugar and starch in the leaves reduces the rate of photosynthesis. So as the protoplasm is getting dehydrated, when it is getting dehydrated, there is accumulation of sugar and starch in the leaves, which reduces the rate of photosynthesis. Now this is all about the external internal factors we have discussed. Now another thing we should know, that now we are now staying in a polluted environment, and we should know that does this pollution affecting photosynthesis? So let us see whether the pollution is affecting the photosynthesis or not. So does pollution affect the rate of photosynthesis? So how it is affecting the rate of photosynthesis? Now certain gases in industrial origin like ozone and sulfur dioxide, what these are doing? These are damaging the leaves of some plants, right? So when the leaves are getting damaged, so leaf is one of the main factor on which the rate of photosynthesis depend. So if the leaves are getting damaged, we can say that the mesophyll cells will get damaged and the chloroplast will also get damaged. So the absorption of light, absorption of photon particles will not be proper, and it will affect the photosynthesis. Whereas soot from the factories, they can block the stomata and reduce the transparency of the leaf epidermis. Now if this leaf epidermis is not transparent enough, this will affect the light capturing chlorophyll and it reduces the rate of photosynthesis. So this is very important. Actually we are nowadays staying in a very polluted atmosphere. Everywhere there is pollution. So how it is affecting the rate of photosynthesis, we should know that. So directly or indirectly it is affecting the rate of photosynthesis. And if you are going through a polluted belt, you can just pluck a leaf and you can see that how it is covered with a full layer of dust, soot and all, and this is affecting the light capturing of chlorophyll, and it reduces the rate of photosynthesis like this. So this is all in today's episode, where we have discussed entirely about the factors of photosynthesis, on which rather the photosynthesis depends, both the internal and external factors. And with a graphical representation, I have tried my best to illustrate or demonstrate you all. So if you are getting any problem, just write in my comment box, And in the next episode, in tomorrow's episode, I'll be coming back with the main experiments of photosynthesis, where all the factors which are affecting photosynthesis, I'll take them and show and prove that these are the factors which are necessary for photosynthesis. With the help of an experiment, with the help of a label diagram, I'll be proving that in tomorrow's lesson or class. So for that, you need to subscribe to my channel and stay tuned with all my lessons, and you'll get the updates whenever I'm posting. So stay tuned, stay updated with all my lessons. Thank you.